Hola, hola, come in. Come in. You all come in, say hello, drop your city and state. Come in the credit and cash flow and coins. Add coins room, right? Credit and cash flow and coins. Hello from Dallas. Hello, Sunny Gal, or I think, yeah, Sunny Gal from the Scope, from Periscope. We have Vincent in. Hello, Vincent. Hello to you. Hello. What's this? Um, Fedora. Hello. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Patrick is in. My king. Hello. Thank you so much from Texas. Hello from Texas. Penny from Ohio is in the credit and cash flow room. Hello, Penny. Got Periscope. Periscope. All right, I have it correct, Sunny Gal. Periscope. Make sure you hit some hearts for me and share this broadcast. I'm glad my Periscope audience is building up as well. I'm glad to see that's going on Scope. So let me Periscope, put some heart, share some digital love too, to let everybody know that I am live. As we have 2 minutes in counting. What a day! What a day! So come in. Hello, say hello. I am known in the credit and cash flow world as the queen of credit because of the results that I help people get with their personal credit, where I transition their personal credit from bad to good, from good to great, and then from great, right, until getting cash flow and assets, right? Help them transition their personal credit from bad to good, then from good to great, and then from great to helping them get cash flow and assets, right? Which could be business credit, right? Unsecured business credit, real estate, coins. That means crypto coins and physical gold and silver monetary coins, right? Or just a financial education, right? Financial freedom and time freedom is also assets as well. So you all come in, pump those hearts for me on Periscope, show some digital love. It's been a long day, right? It's been a long day. But let's get this going. Amari, the spiritual king. I like that. I like that. I love that, right? The spiritual king. The spiritual king. Thanks for coming in. And come on in as we have approximately 70 seconds as this countdown. Get in on the 5 minutes of fame. We're going to talk about crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum today. I projected that Ethereum, let me cut this volume down. I had actually projected that Ethereum, I'm reading my notes as I'm looking down, may get between 1,200 to 1,400. I think Ethereum is digital gold, digital silver, and Bitcoin is digital gold. Hello, 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 Latanya. Hello to you. And my Patreon members in. Hello, C Stamps. You all on YouTube. Take care of these house rules, right? Let's do our do nows. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Facebook, hit the thumbs up and share your personal page, and Periscope. Keep pumping those hearts and invite your followers. Ethereum digital silver at this time is at over $1,000, right? I think it's all-time high because in 2018, as the 5 minutes of fame has expired. Ethereum all-time high in 2018. Let me check to make sure. The digital silver, Bitcoin is digital gold. And I want you all to know that your job money, right, is just play money, right? Your paycheck is just play money. I say it that way. Your paycheck is just play money, right? Just like Monopoly money, just like the Matrix, right? It's just play money. And so let me share this with you. Smaller cryptos are surging. I want to know Ethereum, all-time high. And we have Dave Sincere from the A. Hello, Dave from A-Town. So you all make sure that you hit those thumbs up, Periscope, invite. I think you still can swipe right on Periscope to invite, and Facebook, hit like and hit share, right? So you all, let's come in, let's get this started. This has been a long, long, long day, fulfilling day, but making some changes. There will be some changes in my website, some changes in my products. I have the Queen of Coins credit report, right? So if you are the Queen of Coins credit report, send me an email at ld@fixmycreditandcash.com. Send me an email, right? Because I just updated that credit report today. I mean, not credit report, I'm sorry. That silver stacking report, but I'm looking at Latanya. She said her scores are rising. Thank you, one of my Patreon members and credit clients. Latanya, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat, Queen. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support. D Bucket, okay, he switched from the scope, okay, and came to YouTube. Okay, so if you are D came over, if it's freezing on your Periscope, then make sure that you can just hop on over to YouTube, which is also the Queen of Credit as well on YouTube, Queen of Credit. Asked her how much Bitcoin would you suggest. I don't give financial advice, right? I'm not a financial advisor, but I will educate you. And by the end of this live stream, hopefully you'll have some guidance on how much to invest and why you should invest. That's even more importantly, right? So I was on the digital silver, Ethereum, and I just pulled up this article that, well, I've been searching for silver all day. I think that ad, or looking at silver all day, that ad probably just popped up. But I found this article, so let me pull it up. Smaller cryptocurrencies are surging. That's today, January the 4th, after Bitcoin's wild rally took place. That took Bitcoin past 34,000. Ether climbed past $1,000 mark today. That's its highest level since February the 2nd, 2018. Right, so its highest level since February the 2nd. I think its all-time high for Ethereum or Ether is $1,400. Right, it came after Bitcoin notched its first all-time high at $34,000. So they're saying they think that other alternative cryptos, right? This is Bitcoin, this is Ethereum. So other cryptos may rise as well. And those other cryptos that it's suggesting people are Ether, again, a digital token. It's a blockchain. It climbed past $1,000. That's the highest it's been again since 2018, February the 2nd. It was last trading $1,038, up 30% in the last 24 hours. Where can you get gains like that, right? You definitely cannot find it in the stock market. But I want to share this with you. It talks about Bitcoin's all-time high rally to $34,452. And then it eased around $31,780 on Monday, right? But even XRP, the virtual currency linked with the controversial blockchain startup Ripple, was climbing as well, 7%. You do know XRP will be delisted on January the 19th, meaning that you will not be able to purchase, right, XRP. So when my Queen of Crypto report comes, and that's why I'm working diligently. Even when I finish this live stream, I'm going to do some more work on my laptop. I just needed a break. I believe in XRP. I do. And so I think it's going to be big for what the price is. But then you have other altcoins, such as Litecoin, traded over 10% on Monday to $155. It was created by the crypto entrepreneurs Charles Lee with the intention of processing transactions faster than Bitcoin. If you transaction Bitcoin or try to transaction Bitcoin, you can know it could be a 3 to 5 day process. And so they want faster lightning speed. Litecoin plays a part in that. Alternative to Bitcoin, sometimes referred as altcoins in the cryptocurrency industry, often rally in times of strength, right, for Bitcoin. Many altcoin gained after Bitcoin's approached 20,000 in 2017. And listen, I was someone left a comment on my question today, right? That I gave a yes or no like survey like question here on my YouTube channel, and I asked, right? Thank you so much, big boy. Everyone, please hit the like button so we get more people in the room. That's the only cost of participation that I'm asking. If you're getting life-changing financial knowledge, like and share so we can get other people on. But again, I'm hoping to have this wrapped up in the next 15 minutes. So let's try to get people in while I'm live, right? I did another video today that you all might want to look at about what do you do? What are some options? What can you do if you cannot pay off your credit card debt? And because credit card debt is an unsecured debt, right? I wanted to make sure that I did a video addressing that. What do I mean by unsecured? That means there's no collateral. There's usually very little repercussions, right? If you do not pay back unsecured debt, meaning you can't get foreclosed or repossessed like a house or vehicle. And so oftentimes the three options that people have when facing the dilemma of not being able to pay their credit card debt is mainly bankruptcy, right? Sold to debt collector, and or the company or the banks, right? Just write it off as a charge off and they send a 1099-C in the mail. So basically that video is breaking down why I think bankruptcy should be your very last option, right? And how to deal with if an unpaid credit card or credit cards are either sold to a debt collector or it is charged out by the company or the business. I keep saying company. So you need to make sure if it is sold or written off as a tax write-off, and because oftentimes these banks will summons people to court for unpaid credit card debt, right? So you do want to attempt to negotiate if they are threatening you to court, because that can be a repercussion. And sometimes they will negotiate with you, offer to settle for maybe a third less than what you owe. You need to pick up the phone, do business, right? And see if you all can make a negotiation so you're not summoned to court, right? I do know that American Express and Bank of America are two of the top credit card bankers that will summons you to court if that debt is around $9,000 to $10,000 or higher of unpaid. So at that point, you might want to negotiate, right? But the reason why I don't say bankruptcy is because a bankruptcy, you can't get a home. You can get a home in bankruptcy. You can, but you cannot get business credit. It doesn't matter if that bankruptcy is 5 years old, 2 years old, right? With a house, for example, they want the bankruptcy to be older than 2 years in order to get approved for FHA loan. If it's older than 2 years, with business credit, it doesn't matter. And so there might be some people as we are approaching this Great Depression 2.0 who might want to start a business, and they may want to use business credit, and that bankruptcy had just eliminated that. When oftentimes you can negotiate with the banks yourself to pay less versus a bankruptcy attorney, right? Especially after it goes into charge off, right? After it goes into charge off. So watch that video, right? I just want to let you know that I did make it. Someone asked for the link for my Patreon, see stamps. This is the link for the Patreon. And Queen, again, thank you for being a Patreon member and the $9.99 super chat. On YouTube, Destin says be a holder instead of a trader. Right. Be a holder instead of a trader. I'm going to tell you why. You're welcome. So you all hit those thumbs up. Let me see how many we have. Let me check my analytics to see if I want to continue to host this live stream. Let me check my analytics. Let me see how many thumbs up I have. We don't have enough thumbs up, then why should I keep talking, right? So everyone that's in the room, give the thumbs up, right? Give the thumbs up. Okay, so I'm only showing 15. So as I continue to get information, if you haven't or if you're coming in, give the thumbs up. So let's go to the title of this, that trading Bitcoin, right, will not bring you the wealth or the riches or the cash flow, right? And when I say cash flow, I know Bitcoin within itself does not cash flow, right? I know Bitcoin within itself does not cash flow. Thank you so much, big boy. However, people, you can get cash flow from Bitcoin, right? You can, if you want to, convert your gains. If you bought in low enough and you have gains and you bought in low and it's continuing to go high, you can cash or liquidate your gains out without selling the entire Bitcoin, right? That's number one. But what I mean when I'm speaking in terms of trading, I mean trading Bitcoin to get cash, like on a platform like a Forex, for example. This is as simple as I can explain this, right? I'm going to explain this as simple as I can. Let's imagine you work for a gold mining company, right? You mine gold. Everyone knows it's a very dangerous job. It can cause death, a lot of danger behind it, right? One gold mining country I can relate to is Africa, right? Let's say you mine gold in Africa. You mine gold, and at the end of the day or end of the week or month, right, you get a paycheck or you get cash payment, right? Or paycheck that converts into cash. And as I said earlier, right, a paycheck is just play money or monopoly money. So you get cash. Who the recipient of the gold that you mine gets the gold? I'm going to pause. You get the paper play money. They get the real asset and true money. Most people don't know what I mean by that. And so the person that accepts the paper play money, the cash, over the asset, usually live paycheck to paycheck, or they stay in a cycle of not having true financial freedom. Why? Because cash is the lowest yielding asset there is. I'm not saying that cash is not an asset. It's just the lowest yielding asset a person can have. Because cash has lost over the years since 1971. And I always start with the year 1971 because that's the year that President Nixon, right, took the dollar or removed the dollar off of the gold standard, meaning that the dollar became dead in 1971. They are legal notes. They are Federal Reserve notes, right? They became dead, which means you can print more into the economy because when the dollar was connected to gold, which is real money by constitutional language and law, right? J.P. Morgan testified in court that gold is real money, right? Everything else is just credit. So your cash is no different than a credit card. Something that's able to purchase goods and items. Well, cash is different than a credit card. I'm gonna tell you why. That something is able to purchase goods and items, but is created from out of thin air. No backing, no support. So when the dollar was unpegged or unconnected to real money, which was gold, and silver too, it became a Federal Reserve note that's just debt. And that's why it's able to only discharge debt. And that's why debt based items you're able to exchange for your dollar. I'm going to say it again. This is why debt items, debt based items, you're able to exchange with your dollar as well, such as depreciating vehicles that you purchase, that as soon as you drive it off the lot, loses its purchasing power, such as bills that come residually every month, such as even a home or a shelter to live in, right? That you put over your head or rent. But there are instances where you can take the debt dollar and make it appreciate or increase in value. And the only time you can do this is when you turn that cash into assets or cash into coins, gold, silver, cryptocurrency coins. The king coin is Bitcoin. And when people do not have a financial education, they cannot grasp this. So why would you get on a forum to trade Bitcoin to get the lowest yielding asset? Bitcoin is the prize, right? Bitcoin is the prize. Bitcoin is the asset. It's the asset. And that's what people don't understand. It's the highest, right, yielding asset. Cash lost 7% just in 2020 alone. 7% of its purchasing power. Just last year. Bitcoin, however, increased by 200%. So in order to stay ahead and not live paycheck to paycheck, you have to put your cash in an asset that's going to produce more of it to outpace inflation. Inflation is the rising or the increases of pricing of goods and service, right? They are not worth gold or silver anymore since, dollars are not worth gold or silver anymore because you cannot go to the bank with the certificate to get the physical gold and silver. So this is JP Morgan. I know you should be familiar with JP Morgan and Chase, right? It's the pioneer banks, one of the biggest banks in the United States. And this is the founder, the banker, JP Morgan and Chase, that states, money is gold and nothing else. But he said that money is gold and everything else is credit. Everything else is credit. By 1971, when the US dollars devalued or denominated, money was fully politicized by Nixon, President Nixon. He outright abandoned the gold standard, right? So you have to take that cash, that devalued cash in Bitcoin, and it allows you to pay less today while everybody else is paying the price for inflation. While everybody else is struggling backwards, trying to figure out a way to how you can't outrun or outpace inflation, right? If the only thing you're going to do is chase after cash, which is devaluate. So you can't beat that game by getting more of a devaluating asset. Cash is losing more and more purchase power. You have to convert cash into an asset. That's it says, so when you're leaving money in the bank, it's literally no different than driving a car out the lot. Thank you. Maybe they get it now. That's a great scenario. Or when you continue to accumulate cash is no different than continues to drive that vehicle over weeks, months, and years. It's still by the day, as long as you use it, just like cash, is devaluating. Even here in the South, 4 bags of grocery now is on average, no matter how much you have in those grocery bags, on average is going to be $40 on average in the South. 4 bags of groceries, $40 to $50 for 4 small bags of groceries, right? Gas prices have already increased. Curtis says those who cannot continue to hold assets such as Bitcoin. Exactly. Why do you think major wealth businesses like Mass Mutual, the insurance company, bought billions of Bitcoin? Bitcoin is, and this is why a lot of people are saying if Bitcoin maybe go back to a 20K range, I'll buy then. I honestly don't believe that it's going to go below 25K, but I'm not an economist. But I felt like, because these are some notes that I took last year upon studying Bitcoin. It's on this side. I was reading a book and I was taking notes, right? And I went back and looked at my notes today that when Bitcoin get between 25 and 30K, it wasn't even at 20K at this point when I'm writing my notes. It will settle into its range. So people, you need to maintain your purchasing power. It's only 3 ways to do that: cryptocurrency and coins, money, real gold is physical gold and silver. What if a gallon of milk price increased by 40%? This is why PayPal is involved in Bitcoin. This is why Square app, right? Cash app, is involved in Bitcoin. This is why the big companies are involved in Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not generate dividends, and it's not a currency, and it's an asset, people. So Bitcoin, however, is on a DeFi network, and it can gain you interest rates. And it can help your cash become powerful. It adds crypto to your cash. How about that? You all know what kryptonite is, right? It adds crypto to your cash. I think Bitcoin is going to be made for the big purchases, skyscrapers, vehicles. I'm not talking about your $50,000 or $60,000 vehicles. I'm talking about your Rolls Royce, your Lambos, those high-end luxury car vehicles, buildings and boats, yachts, things that the luxury of millionaires enjoy. And so by having that, right, I just made a video about Dave Ramsey, a young man invested $1,500. He converted his cash into crypto in 2014. And last year, December 23rd, it was worth $120,000. That's how you beat inflation, not by accumulating more cash that's losing its value, but putting it in an asset that will, number one, protect the value, because gold and silver is always used to reset the currency system. We are having a currency reset. I don't think people know or understand that. They can't. 2021 is the year of the Great Reset. It's the year of the Great Reset. 9/11, during 9/11, many lives were lost. But we had the Twin Towers that came crashing and tumbling down, that were attacked, right? Bombarded, crashing, tumbling down. 9/11, right? 9/11, you got 2 Twin Towers. two twin towers. 21 is going to be a representation of it, and you're going to see this economy comes crashing down. Just boom. And you're going to see, and it's even stated that the United States dollar will not even be the reserve currency. That means if you know anything, you know that cash right now is the reserve currency used in other countries. It's called the king dollar because of that, right? All countries accept the US dollar. It is gold is money, everything else is credit. Everything means your cash is credit too. Which means, okay, Joey said I got some Litecoin because, well, that's good. Look at you. That's better than holding on to cash. 106% up after 1 month. Congratulations, Joey. D says, add me up. Add you up to what? Hi, friend, my sister. Oh, thank you, JH. Thank you, his friend and sister, have for services so far. Curtis says, yes, protecting wealth is as important as increasing wealth. Exactly, Curtis. Gina, if you just purchased it yesterday, you should have gotten it by now. I think I just sent you an email. Check your email, check your spam or junk folder, right? I heard the crash would happen in 2023 or this year. What's ironic, there are tons of precious metal, gold, silver under those towers. Really, Joey? I didn't know that. Isn't that something? Oh my God, I did not know that. I did not know that. This is something else for me to sign. Let me pull this up. For me to research. Someone says they heard that the recession may happen, maybe in 2023. I think we're already here. Don't you think, with millions of Americans out of jobs, right? And what a lot of people don't know as well is that in 2018, President Trump signed executive order, right? I hope the caller didn't listen to that. Executive Order 13772 that changed a whole new financial system and economic opportunities. This was in 2018. This was planned years ago. And so the Dodd-Frank Act, which President Obama signed, prevented banks from continue to give loans and things to predatory lenders, right? We had the 2008 housing crash. So what Trump did was sign this new financial system, and people don't know about Executive Order 13772 that allow banks to lend more and do it in a speedier fashion through digital wallets that began January 1st. That's why why do you think so many people are receiving their stimulus deposits so quickly now versus the first time? It's already underlying the cryptocurrency and blockchain. Crypto is the future and it's not going anywhere. It is not a pump and dump, right? And a lot of people, this is what some people do, is they do trade Bitcoin, but they take the cash and then they convert it back into the crypto market. They don't take the cash to pay off bills, to buy new things, buy depreciating asset. For example, they may take the gains, right, out of Bitcoin if they can read the signals, read the graphs, and then reinvest it into Ethereum or Litecoin or another altcoin. They don't take it just to hold and make profits off of cash. And if you're not doing that, then you're not doing it the right way, because you're just accumulating more of a depreciating asset, right? Yeah, he could have cashed out the principal that he made from the 1,500. I hope Dave informed him of that, right? And then let the other 9,800 ride. That's true, Curtis. But the thing was, Dave Ramsey told him that on December the 23rd, right? Approximately 2-3 days later, December 26th, Bitcoin hit 26,000. And on 27, it hit 27,000. And then on yesterday, it hit 33,000, right? So he had even more gains to get. So that's why we are saying we hope he didn't cash out. Because at that point, Bitcoin was approximately almost $9,000 to $10,000 less, right, than it was just a couple of days later. And so the Dave Ramsey thing is that he does not teach financial education. He does not teach financial history. He does not even teach that gold and silver is real money, right? He gave, let me see, can I find it? He gave an example to a caller, for example, that when Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana, that people did not need gold and silver. They needed commodities like water, food, shelter, right? Well, let me tell you something. And then he said gold could not buy them those commodities. Well, first of all, the last I checked, those were Maslow's basic needs. They were not defined as commodities, right? The hierarchy, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the basic needs, but Dave Ramsey called them commodities, right? So those were the basic needs of humans: water, food, water, rest, clothing, and shelter, right? The 5 levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So first of all, and Dave Ramsey said they were commodities, right? So he said that gold was not a commodity. That's what, well, he must don't know that in one of the states that accepts gold as payment as legal tender is, and legal money, I'm sorry, cash is legal tender. Gold and silver is considered legal money. Here's Louisiana. And Louisiana is one of the states that accept gold and silver as legal tender or legal money. So he was wrong on that as well. I'm going to show you, right? I'm going to look at this. He said, well, they couldn't go and buy these things with their gold. Yes, they could. They might didn't know that. And these are the states: Louisiana, Texas, right? You got Arizona, Tennessee, Utah. They recognize gold and silver as West Virginia as legal money, legal tender. South Carolina, Missouri, Indiana, Kansas, Oklahoma, Wyoming, right? And I think I said Arizona. They all accept it. What states accept gold and silver as their legal tender? So people perish or they're destroyed because of lack of knowledge. Evidently, people in Louisiana, if they would have had gold and silver, they could have got those things that he said they could not get. Another thing that hurt the people in Louisiana is that a lot of them had inherited homes, right? And they could not pull the equity out of their homes because they had bad credit. They had bad credit. JH says, how do you buy Bitcoins? JH, give me to Wednesday. I'm coming out with a Queen of Credit crypto report. It's going to answer those questions: how to buy Bitcoin, my 3 places top choices of where to buy it from and why. All three of them have different functions. I'm also going to give you the gold back cryptocurrency and that Queen of Coins report. I have someone designing my cover for it now. So you're going to know about the blockchains. You're going to know about the other altcoins that's also going to be used for privacy and transactions. You're going to know where I think maybe XRP will be, XLM, their functions and their use, Chainlink, where I predict it will be, and other cryptocurrencies you probably haven't even heard of, right? So give me to Wednesday or Thursday. I want to have that digital book ready. Hopefully someone is designing my cover. And if not, no later than Friday. It's going to be the Queen of Coins credit report. Queen of Coins crypto report and the Queen of Coins silver stacking report. And I'm also going to have the Queen get gold report, right? I'm also for people. So some people want to invest in gold as well. And let me tell you all, someone told me that, or I heard someone quote that money is spiritual. I think it was Dave Ramsey, actually. I think it was Dave. He was talking about gold. Did you all know, like Mr. T, used to wear a lot of gold? If you all know who Mr. T is, I pity the fool, without a gold jewelry. Gold is, according to spirituality, right? African proverbs, is an attractor of wealth. Once you accumulate some physical gold, whether you wear it, 22, 24 karat gold, it accumulates and attract wealth. I also heard Dave Ramsey say that. So JH, give me, I'm going to say Friday because I can't determine, right? I can't determine that whenever the person's going to have my book cover design, but we got it. It's under development right now. So, Jesus says the reason that hyperinflation is because the Middle East, oil countries figured out they can control the West, so they stop producing. That's why we made a deal with Saudi Arabia, right? Then when gold was removed from the dollar to give it its strength and kryptonite, right? Gold was the kryptonite for cash. Then we made a deal with Saudi Arabia to trade this, to exchange or to only sell this oil for the US dollar, right? I don't know if it was a deal, but I say it this way, it was a deal that Saudi Arabia could not refuse, right? And so Saudi Arabia only exchanges oil for dollars, and thus the name petrodollar, right? But now with Saudi Arabia and OPEC and its trade dealings, is no longer powered by oil, right? No longer powered by oil. So if whatever platform you're going to use with crypto, you need to know why you're using that platform. You need to know the ones that do not charge fees, right? The ones that do charge fees. You need to know the security standards of all of them. And you need to know which ones only accept cash and which one only accept credit card. You can buy crypto with your credit cards. That report will break all of that down. So get a financial education. Just stop taking surface advice, because let me give you an example. One thing is like Robinhood. You cannot own your Bitcoin on Robinhood. It's just an exchange. So if you have an asset that's predicted to be $100,000 asset at minimum, right? Well predicted in the years to come to go higher than that. Don't you want to have some way to secure that? But there are some other uses of having Bitcoin on the Robinhood app, but that's not one of them. But in my report, I'm going to educate you what the other uses are, right? Joey says, I subscribe to your site. I also sent the email. Okay, I will check it when I get a chance, Joey. Right now, I'm only when I log into my email, I'm only dealing with paid clients. just know you're on the back burner, or for people that pay for a credit consultation, right? I'm not just reading emails of random questions and issues. I'm dealing with people that have either invested in a consultation with me or that's already my client. So might be 2 weeks before I read random emails, right? If ever. Because if I get 10 people that invest in a credit consultation tomorrow, that's where my attention has to go to service them. I will do that in the Queen of Credit Crypto report. How to store crypto in the wallet. I will do that in my report, not on live stream. Thank you so much, Jesus. I'm a superwoman. Thank you so much, Kush Me Up. I really appreciate that. Marvin says he uses credit card all the time. I just did. Let me pull that up, Patrick. I just shared some information on my Facebook page, and we're going to end with the Dave Ramsey video. I don't know if this is going to be the particular one, but I'm going to. I just pulled up one. But you stated something about 1971, and I'm going to see. I just posted this because these people they wasn't getting it right. They wasn't understanding what I was saying. They're showing me screenshots that they traded Bitcoin and got cash. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this looks like maybe 700, 1200, 1300, 1500, 17, $1,800 that they converted Bitcoin. They would have been much better and put $1,800 into the Bitcoin and getting the Bitcoin versus the cash. But if this person took the $1,800, right, and then put it in Bitcoin, now that's flipping cash into crypto. The purchasing power of the dollar from 1913, from 2019. In 1913, the Federal Reserve was created, the IRS. So big dip there, right? Big dip there. The dollar dipped down to 50, he lost 50% of his purchasing power. From 1913 to 1933, and this is where you have the Great Depression. And also, the Federal Reserve created an executive order for all citizens to turn in their physical gold or bullion or certificates. If they did not do that, they had 10 years in jail or imprisonment or a $10,000 fine. 1933. They took the real money from the citizens and gave them paper money and cash. That should tell you something right there. The Federal Reserve. So in 1944, the Bretton Woods was established, right? That made the United States, I said this earlier, the world reserve currency. All countries accepted it. And it was still at this point connected or pegged to gold, but other countries could come and convert the US dollars and get the physical gold, but not the citizens, right? Just the countries and other central banks in other countries. Well, Spain was on its way to the United States because they saw that the dollar was depreciating. Now the dollar has lost 70% of its purchasing power in 1971, and Spain was coming on its warship. I asked a historian once, I said, why didn't they fly over? If they would have flown, right, they would have flew, they could have gotten to the United States quicker and retrieved their gold. He said, well, they couldn't bring it back. They couldn't fly the gold on the plane, right? I said, oh, it makes sense. The gold weighed so much, it was so heavy, they had to put it on a ship. Nixon got word they was on their way to retrieve the real money, the gold. Not, they don't want the play money, the paper money anymore, the monopoly money. Nixon made an announcement, televised, We're closing that window. You can no longer, Mr. Brennan Woods, convert the dollar to get real money, which is gold. And after that, 2019, purchasing power of dollar, where it used to be a full dollar, is now the value is at 5 cents. So why are you saving something, a depreciating asset? Again, it's like driving a vehicle every day. Driving a vehicle every day and expecting it to hold its value, right? Thank you, Jasmine. Yeah, it's leverage and trade. Exactly. Thank you, Jesus. I appreciate that. It says worth every penny. So then we look at this other chart, and you see $255 in 1971. You see how much you have to have today to equal what $255 would have purchased in just in 1971? $1,638, people. So it does not matter how much of cash you get or you accumulate or you stack, you can't beat its devaluation of inflation. You cannot. You have to put it in an asset that will allow it to protect it from being devaluated. Again, gold and silver is insurance. More dollars that's printed, stimulated, supply and demand into the economy, the less it's worth. So as the dollar value goes down, gold and silver goes up, and so does Bitcoin, right? Keith says cryptocurrency is volatile, so is cash. You go try to buy the same gallons of gas tomorrow, that you bought just last week, or the same groceries. That's cryptocurrency is volatile. You're talking about over 200% return. Oh my God. So you can't deal with the ups and downs of something that will give you a 200% return on your dollar? And on that, I need to add in my Queen of Crypto report that you have to have the right mindset to be in crypto. If you can't take Bitcoin going to 33,000 to 31,000 today, when you just made thousands of dollars in a matter of 24, 48 hours, and now your money is making money, the interest on that money is making money, right? You said the ups are not guaranteed. There, you must haven't saw the charts of what you must haven't seen the performance of Bitcoin. Nobody has lost money in Bitcoin. If you bought low, you might have taken some dips. You're losing the value of your dollar every day, and it's going to go faster as soon as they continue to create more money and people lose more jobs. You're losing the value. Didn't I just show you the chart of the value that the dollar has have lost? And you're looking at, look, numbers don't lie. A 200% gain, and you're trying to even compare to me what Bitcoin does to the US dollar? And since 1913, the dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power. That mindset. The ups are not guaranteed. Well, they've been guaranteed. And they guaranteed to go higher and higher as this dollar devaluated. I can guarantee you that. You haven't seen the highs that Bitcoin is going to produce, nor gold or silver. Because as this economy gets worse and that dollar keeps devaluing and losing its purchasing power, I mean, it's only 5 cents left on the dollar. How long you think that's going to last? And guess what else about Bitcoin? You don't have to worry about it being volatile. Some of you won't even have a chance to get it. The Bitcoin halving was last year, meaning they cut the supply in half that people and the public will be able to even get. The supply is limiting day by day, and that's why the price is increasing. See, the dollar is printing out more and buying you less. Bitcoin is mining less, right? And increasing more, just like gold and silver. You can go on some websites right now and gold and some silver and gold, they're sold out. The items are not even in stock. So anything that you can get easily and more accessible, right, it's going to cause inflation. If I have $100 and you have $100 and your cousin has $100 and your mother has $100 and your great parents have $100, everybody got $100, and we all want to go to Starbucks because we now have money. We've just got stimulus. Where Starbucks have to meet the supply and demand of more people. And guess what they're going to do? Okay, we're going to increase our workers' pay to $15 an hour, right? Because they have to work more hours and service more people, so they deserve more pay. And now we're going to increase our pricing because we have to get more products and services in to service more people. So the prices are going to have to increase. Because our products, more people are able to purchase the products. It's a more stress demand on the supply. And in some areas, you're going to have stagflation because people are not going to spend their money into the economy. They're going to try to pay off debts or just pay their mortgages or rent. But the $15 an hour, what do they call it? $15 an hour. Come on, it's getting late. I don't know, but I can't even think of it. What am I trying to say? The 15, whatever they call it, pay raise. They want to raise up thank you, the low pay rate. I can't think of what it is. Minimum wage. That's it. You are helping me now. Thank you. The minimum wage itself is going to make prices increase. If they have to pay their customers more, this products are going to have to cost more, right? Bitcoins are here to stay. Yes, we're going to the fourth. People don't know what that means. The fourth industrial revolution. See, first, the industrial revolutions was after World War II, was in working in the warehouses, right? Producing the weaponry. The women went to work. And that was the industrial age. And Henry Ford began to do the assembly lines and create the his vehicles, right? And make them affordable. And that's the industrial age. And we have the agricultural age and farmers before the industrial age. And that's what the Wizard of Oz represents. Farmers wanted to add silver to the gold standard so they can get credit, so they can expand their business, right? And so then we went into .com bubble, the more technological era of doing things. And now we're in the fourth industrial revolution, the AI, artificial intelligence. I'm gonna give you a prime example, right? I like to tell stories so you all can relate or give you scenarios. My daughter, bought me a Christmas gift. It's probably old, but it's new to me. And the new Shark iRobot vacuum mop system. You just push the button and it goes around and vacuum your house. iRobot technology, where you don't have to push a vacuum or sweep and do the physical labor. Robots will begin to flip burgers, will begin to do the bank teller's job, begin to do the job of humans. Now what? Cryptocurrency is taking place of cash. Curtis said there's a DuckTale episode. Curtis, if you find that episode, give it to me. I'd love to see that. Something about DuckTales, though. Something about, you know what? These cartoons, I always tell you all what's going on, right? They always have subliminal messages. And something about DuckTales, it tells you what real money is, doesn't it? It shows you. The rich and wealthy has always loved gold. The gold coin swim from Mr. Ducktail, right? Or I forgot his name, right? And so the Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, right? Spin-off version of The Matrix. Money, 5,000 years of debt and power. In this excerpt, Michael insists that money be seen as an essential political animal, or in 3 lines, financial theory and financial lobbies. Wow, look at there. Gold is money. But some people would rather, right, be told a pretty lie than hear the ugly truth. Right, the dollar consistently depreciating forces you to spend it today because goods are cheaper today, are invested to grow. To purchase goods cheaper tomorrow. The difference between savers. Thank you, MacDuck. Screws. People ask me, that video had you laughing. Well, Jesus is you're not. I'm not going there with you, Jesus. I'll be on this live stream, and it's already been an hour. Women went to work and men stayed in the kitchen. Where in the Bible does it says women do the cooking? That is so true. And all right, Jesus, you got me. Just 1 second. You know the lion in the animal kingdom, right? The lion, which is the king of the jungle, stays at home, right, to protect the cubs and protect the house. Even in the Eastern culture, as the video points out, they stayed in, right, to protect the house. So let's just say you have gold and silver in your house, you have true assets, right? Don't you think a man needs to stay home and protect it? The woman went out and hunt, and there's nowhere in the Bible, and these are a whole lot of scriptures I'm going to show you. Isaac asked for his son to cook for him on his deathbed. This is showing Abraham cooked. My God, Jesus cooked. How many times he prepared? He made sure the Last Supper after his resurrection, he prepared fish. He took the little boy fish, 2 loaves of bread. His followers were hungry. He created a meal out of that. I mean, my God, Jesus was the master chef. So these are just some scriptures. He said, "This is my body," and you can't show me one place in the Bible that a woman cooked. Now, a lot of people say, well, it'd be Proverbs 31st. No, because it says she got up late at night to make sure that she had food in her house. Checking your pantry is not cooking. Overseeing, because you know why she had to do a check to do that? She had maid servants. She had to make sure her maid servants had the food. She had to order the food. She didn't cook it. Her maid servants did that. She just didn't feed her and her husband. She fed her workers in the entire household. You all know how they work. You watch slave movies, right? And you have to feed the staff too. If you're the master, you have to feed the slaves in the field and the slaves that work in the kitchen. So the Proverbs 31st woman had many businesses. And she got up to check her food inventory in her pantry, so her maid service could prepare it, right? But okay. And like McDonald's using machines to replace workers. All right, so let's end it. I think I showed you all everything I want to show you. Let's end this with Dave Ramsey. It's getting late on my time, right? Central Standard Time. And this is Dave Ramsey rant. why gold is a bad investment. Why real money is a bad investment. Let's hear it.
Gold as an investment sucks. I told that last guy, that young man before the break, get rid of his gold, don't buy gold. Okay. The average annual rate of return on gold is about 1% over the last 70, 80 years.
Now, wait a minute. Dave Ramsey has on 2 nice gold rings. You all do know he's a multimillionaire, right? As he's saying that, he has 2 nice gold rings on. Somebody asked me some questions. I'll just read.
Over the last 5 years, it is broke even. If you go back before that, it was the high when everybody was scared to death that the economy was going to crash. A bunch of people put gold. It was $2,200 an ounce. Now it's $1,400 an ounce. You would have lost 34% since then. So that's what gold's done for you. Oh, by the way, during the 5 years that gold broke even, the S&P's up 34%, 33%, meaning the stock market. And so had you invested in good mutual funds instead of in gold, you would have actually made some money in the last 5 years. And so this is what you need to check on. This is what you need to understand. Do not put money in a commodity. Commodity is an item. We don't buy corn futures. We don't buy gemstones. We don't buy silver. We don't buy gold. These are commodities. We don't buy any kind of agricultural futures. And the reason is that the item has a set amount of supply and demand, and the only thing, or a set amount of supply, and the only thing that drives the price on it is one of two things: fear or greed. You cannot predict whether somebody is going to be scared enough to move all their money over into gold and drive gold prices up, or greedy enough to move all their money out of gold and drive gold prices down. You can't predict human nature and what it's going to do. What you can do is do math on assets that make money. An asset that makes money is not a commodity. By making money, I mean it literally produces money. A company that a share of stock is sold in, you can actually look at the profits of the company. You can actually look at things the company owns. You can look at growth trends in the profits and the balance sheets of the companies. Profit to earnings ratios, PE ratios. You can do a financial analysis on this stock and thereby place a value that has a mathematical reason for the value on that share of stock. On a group of stocks, it's called a mutual fund. And the values are...
Okay, so he always puts mutual funds. So you can go through him and he gets his commission for that. Now, first thing, gold is not a commodity, it's money. He's defining it wrong. He's not giving financial education, right? Gold is not a commodity. It's money. By constitutional, it's money, right? It's not a commodity. Also, he failed to point out that during recession, gold prices increase. So no, you wouldn't just buy gold during the great economy times. You will buy gold or invest in gold for such a time as this. And then he said that the S&P 500 stock market outpace gold. Well, not according to this chart. This is the S&P, right? This is the red is gold performance. So when the economy is doing well and the dollar is high, gold does decline, right? But when the dollar is declining and losing its purchasing power, gold increases. And people have been saying this, look, this is the year for the greatest wealth transfer. Either you're going to be in prosperity or you're going to be in poverty. It's all about your positions. It's all about your decisions. You can choose to attain true assets, or you can choose to continue to hoard liabilities like cash. Cash is depreciating asset. It's going to devalue more in 2021, but your future is up to you, right? The choices you make today very well going to shape your world tomorrow. So get out of cash if you can, if you have enough to pay your bills and get your essential needs and purchases. Keep a roof over your head, groceries, gas, go to work, etc., etc. Your excess cash, put it in assets because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. We're about to experience the worst depression that this generation has ever seen. Probably is going to be in the history books like 1933. So I'm signing out. You're going to have a great night, right? Glad you're joining in. Again, the Queen of Crypto report will be out. I already have the Queen of Coins. If you want credit help, go to my website as well, because credit is an asset and you can pay it back with the value dollars. Go to fixmycreditandcash.com, select credit help. And for that Queen of Coins stacking report, Curtis, if you find that video, email it to me, please. You can email it to me at ld@fixmycreditandcash.com. Also, my Queen of Coins silver stacking report, I have decided to only accept Bitcoin payment for that, right? Non-cash payment. You can pay through my Cash App, Bitcoin. That's for the silver stacking report only, $35 by now in Bitcoin through Cash App. Our other services, credit or credit analysis should be made in cash. And also this report, which I have to make changes to it, will also include silver bar. Some people want to purchase 10 ounce, 100 ounce, 1,000 ounce, right? And 7 mining silver stocks to prepare for the Great Depression 2.0. You have some silver coins on there as well as silver rounds, right? Also include your name and email in this so I can email it to you. You need to know also what's the difference between 0.999 silver and 0.9999 silver, right? You need to know what's fine silver and what type of silver will be used for industrial purposes as well as monetary purposes. It's getting late. So what I mean by that, silver is expected to be between $100 an ounce and $100,000 an ounce. It's going to be used for lithium batteries, electrical cars, catalytic converters, RFID chips. You all know that it's coming with AI, refrigerators. Silver is going to be phone batteries, 5G Wi-Fi, a big asset to hold at just $30 an ounce now. So you better position and prepare yourself. Hey, here's to your health and your wealth, your credit and your cash flow, your peace and your prosperity. Queen of Credit out. You all make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. Have a great, peaceful night. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Patrick.